Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 7/19, July 19th, my holiday that I created for myself. So I have my own holiday. Nothing else happens on July 19th except for 7/19. And if you're wondering where the number came from, I actually chose it from my old address. Carpo 719 was originally Carpo 420, which was my email address a long time ago. And over the years, people basically took every screen name. So when I got to YouTube, I went to use Carpo 420 and they said it was already taken. It's funny. I need to go back now and find out who Carpo 420 is. Or if it still exists. Anyway, so 719 is kind of my personal holiday I've created for myself. And it's a pondering day, a thinking day. And it's a good day for it. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about right now was setting goals as far as who we want to be when we grow up, so to speak. And that joke that there's ever a point where you're grown up. But I wanted to put a little bit of wisdom out to the kids as best I can. I've talked to a lot of younger folks who feel disillusioned. They went to college to be something, or they decided they wanted to take on something in life, and it didn't work out for them. Or they decided that's not what they wanted to do in the end, and that's a very common thing. And rather than letting that get us down, what we need to do is just shift modes. If your mind tells you this is not what you want to do anymore, then you move on. It's not always possible if you have to make an income, if you're stuck doing a particular job. But I'm not talking about work itself, I'm talking about what we work towards. If we have a goal that we want and we change our mind, I think it's really important to recognize that and just go with it. It doesn't mean that we always have to be living happily the way we want to, because that's not possible. We're going to face adversity, we're going to have shitty jobs, we're going to have shitty times in our life where things aren't going right, but to remember to step out on top and always come out ahead by being as positive as we can and moving forward through the turmoil. When I look back to when I was younger, I had a few ideas of what I wanted to be, but I never really had anything to work towards as far as a goal or a career. I never wanted to go to college, really. But I found some old high school papers, and one of them was from my junior year in high school, and I wrote that I wanted to be a carpenter. And I don't even remember writing it, but I ended up being a carpenter. You know, when you plant that seed, then that's what happens. And so I've realized that my passions changed, as well as my dedication to certain passions and my dedication to certain paths, if you will. Or I guess I get really, really immersed in something, and I get really excited about it for a while, and then it fades away and I get into something else. I know other people who never go from thing to thing, who are really into one thing and just remain that way for a long time. My brother and I are very similar in regards he gets really into something and he's totally into that one thing. For me, I get really into multiple things and I switch between things and alternate. But for me, it's working towards the goal of understanding the world around me. And everybody has their own, goal in mind. But I think we know in our hearts where we want to be, each one of us. And we just have to figure out how to get there. And I gave up a long time ago trying to learn about life. And now I'm trying to experience life. But I'm still learning about other people's lives and how historically we've been challenged by our own shortcomings, our own desires, our own lack of understanding about ourselves. And I think grasping onto that knowledge of self can be like one of the most useful tools that we have. It doesn't mean you have to like yourself 100%. We all have shortcomings. We all have addictions. We all have things that we need to work on. That's what makes us human. So I guess what I'm saying in a nutshell is, don't be disillusioned and let it collapse your reality. If you're working really hard towards something and it's just not working, or maybe you don't want it anymore, you have to ask yourself every day, what is your passion? What do you want? And for those who don't have passions, I understand. I've spoken with a lot of people who don't have any passions, and it makes it very difficult for them to know what they want in life. And hey, get out of here, B. Got a yellow jacket trying to attack me here. And I guess I'm one of those people that doesn't quite know what I want out of life. I just let life bring it to me. So far, it's brought me great things. An awesome wife, awesome kids. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just, I guess it's important stuff to me, but not easily conveyed in a video. But I think people understand where I'm coming from, especially if you've had that experience. Just remain open-minded and remember who you are as best you can. It sounds stupid, actually, when I think about it. If you remember who you are, if you don't even know who you are, because I know I'm still working on knowing who I am, and I think it's a lifelong goal. But if I could leave on one note, it would be to say that there's no age where you're done with your career or you're done with your life, where you're ready to retire. Just don't even think of retirement as an age. Don't even think of age as having anything to do with life. Just ask yourself, how do you feel? Because some people want to retire when they're 30, and some people never even put their, tools down. So, whatever works for you, right?